Hello and welcome to the recap of Day 4 in the Sarah Boone case. Day 4 was the big showdown. Day 3 was when Sarah got to tell her truth, a truth that for some people seemed very believable. I can see people in chat were thinking, oh, the state didn't hammer her enough. She came off very believable. Sarah won this. Sarah is going to win this. But try rewatching it. Try to go back and watch the story. I said this on my stream yesterday. She's very, very unreliable. But apparently, I'm an idiot. I'm a wine mom because I can't see how great Sarah was doing. The problem is, I rewatched it. I watched a bit on it on Bronco this morning. The more I listen to her, the less credible she sounds. But enough about day 3. Day 4, the big day. Now all the experts, all the witnesses to back up that Sarah Boone is a poor woman subject to DV, the poster child of DV victims across the world. Well, they brought in a few officers who said, yeah, she had some marks on her, but so did he. Okay, bye. Let's get you out of here. Those officers' body cam will be played today by the state. Why didn't the defense play those body cams? Because they're not good for Sarah. We have seen these body cam videos. We have covered most of all the material we will see. That's why we know this is more than guilty. Anyone who has 2 brain cells they can rub together, who've seen this, I still can't think that without being a grifter who just wants to be a contrarian, you can't believe Sarah's story. You can't believe anything that woman said. We heard the video. That's not a woman who's afraid of her life, who was so beaten down that she couldn't do anything. Her sleeping 14 hours while scared of her life because if he got out of the suitcase, ain't no way. But we had an expert to talk about BSS. That expert have been on court TV before saying she doesn't meet the criteria for BSS. He couldn't testify to that because he hadn't interacted with Sarah, hadn't examined Sarah. The state does have an expert who's been in talks with Sarah, who had an interview with her. But that expert, the defense took him the long way round, saying all the stuff that BSS is about, all the science of BSS, and then nothing else. Because, again, he never examined Sarah. He had no knowledge of Sarah's case. Then the state cross-examined him. And everything that makes you a DV BSS victim is the things she did to George. She controlled him. She manipulated him. She forced him to call his family while screaming in the background. She claimed he was bad to her. She would hold his means. We were talking about this on day 3 with, he took her lanyard and her phone and wouldn't give it back. And I thought, that's such a weird thing. Why did that all of a sudden come in there? Why did she keep talking about that change of scenery stuff, that she had to switch sceneries all the time for him to calm him down? I know she's a straight A student and she excels at everything, which is also one of the traits of a narcissistic personality, believing that you are better than everyone else. But I had kind of wondered when I rewatched it, thought it just seems weird. She keeps talking about that lanyard, those car keys, that phone. But then the big expert, Dr. Harper, the coup de grace on this case, the one who had 9 meetings with Sarah Boone to figure out how badly she had been treated by George. And lo and behold, everything she said was signs of BSS DV was kind of the things Sarah hit on in her testimony. Because stealing the car keys is a sign of they want to control you. Taking their phone, well, Sarah, you wouldn't let him have a phone. Constantly changing sceneries. That phrase was such a weird phrase when Sarah kept saying it during her interrogation. Why? Oh, because that expert said that was one of the things that victims did all the time. Dr. Harper, I don't know her. Her CV was that she testifies as an expert in all of these cases. That's her job. I didn't get the defense kept asking her about she traveled all over Florida, but 90 to 95% of her testimony is always for defense. Kind of like she gave me that Dr. Spangle vibe from the AHJD case that give me the diagnosis and I'll find the way to get there. The state on the cross, everyone was whining that the state didn't go hard enough on Sarah, but they had, again, that expert, the big expert for the defense, confirmed that all the things that Sarah did, controlling George, yelling at him, making him feel inferior, threatening him, withholding funds, phones, freedom, all of it is what a victim, not a perpetrator, but a victim suffers from. So I felt the state was really good yesterday. They were way better at interviewing experts than Sarah. And I think it's on purpose because if you could give Sarah the opportunity to cry on the stand and oh, I'm so afraid of Mr. Mean Prosecutor, she could win in the eyes of the juror. I know a lot of people got miffed, and I know after going around on social media that I am an idiot because I don't believe Sarah Boone. Hey, Wine Moms Unite! But I believe day four was a complete wash for the defense. Rebuttal is today. Rebuttal will bring in state experts that will, I think, tear Dr. Harper to shreds. We're going to watch body cam videos again today, seeing how Sarah acts when she's drunk out of her mind. We're going to get more. I'm just hoping we're going to get Brian Boone as well to talk about how Sarah always been a mean drunk. And I really hope that people will stop worrying so much because just remember that haunts me to this day. I can't. People saying, "Well, Owens is running roughshod all over the state." No, he has no skills. He would get that scintilla of evidence in that would make it a DV case or a BSS case. Yeah, but he also opened the door for all of Sarah's previous transgressions. Do you think the state fought it really hard? Or do you think that the state really want to talk about how Sarah acted in the past? I bet you they really want to talk about how Sarah has attacked George, strangled George, taking him to prison, which is also one of the signs of BSS perpetrators. Don't worry, folks. I'm always wrong about juries, but I still have my hope that they are not laid in French, all of them, because you can't watch the suitcase videos and feel anything other than disgust for this lady because no, you weren't afraid for 1 second that day, Sarah Boone. You are a liar. You are a fake DV victim that hurts every other DV victim out there, just like AH. Stop doing this, ladies. If you get in trouble, stop faking this, because you'll ruin it for those who suffer every single day in bad relationships, and you men also who suffers. Cases like this is poster child of how people believe all women. She clearly was the aggressor. She clearly had all the signs of BSS. And I can't wait for the state's expert to come and tell us today she has narcissistic personality disorder. It's going to be a glorious day, and you're going to watch it with Mo and I at a little before 9 a.m. this morning. And hasta la taco.